Scott Waits is through to the second round of the UK Open. Scotty Too Hotty, as he's known, from Halifax, has beat the Aussie Damon Heta 6-4. And Scott will meet the Dutchman Gert Nenches on board 3 very shortly. Now, over on board 2, Alan Tabban, the veteran, has beaten the Irish teenager Keane Barry by 6 legs to 2. Now, these pictures are live over on board 2 right now. Andy Hamilton, the 2013 runner-up from Stoke, is playing the crewman Patrick Linsky. And the hammer 5-2 up, so just 1 leg away. So it is time. We got a few more stories from you. It is all happening over in the multi-board room between 3 and 8. And Dan Darts-Dawson can bring us up to date. Dan.
Yeah, more drama down here. We've just seen Ryan Meikle bring an end to the first round action. He's missed an absolute load of match starts. We don't even know how many it was against Daniel Larsson, the Swede, who looks a bit like Michael Stipe out of REM. But Ryan Meikle stomping just over there and out of the tournament. Everybody hurts. Can't show you that, but we can show you some of the action from the other boards. And we start with 18-year-old Lewis Williams, who has just knocked out a semi-finalist from 2 years ago. This young man, he's born in Swansea but lives up in Liverpool now, a student. He's through 6-5 against Robert Owen. Then just a couple of boards down, Adam Smith-Neal, a world master, a fiery encounter with Ben Cheeseman, as you can hear, and a 6-4 victory for a man who calls himself the Big Dog. He's safely through to round 2. What a story this is. Barry Van Peer, over on board 7, a young man whose career has been blighted by dartitis, the darts equivalent of the yips, but he's on the comeback trail right now. He's just won 6-3 there against Owen Roloffs. And Nathan Rafferty, do you remember that name? Beat Peter Snakebite Wright, the current world champion, in this venue a couple of years ago. Double 16 there, saw him win 6-3. To book his place in round 2. And the round 2 action is already underway over here on the outer boards. On board 6, Jason Lowe. We've seen him just beat Cody Harris. He's such a dangerous player, Jason Lowe, stepping up to the tour this year. We have seen him a couple of years ago in a handful of events, but a really, really understated but talented player. And we've also seen Riley's qualifier, Jason Askew. We showed him you at the start of the day, the son of Dave, a 6-5 win over Roby John Rodriguez, the young Austrian. So some of the Riley's hot qualifiers really are holding their own and booking their places in the third round.
Thank you very much, Dan, for now. Now the round 2 match is well and truly underway on the outer boards. And next for us is the final first round match on the main stage here in the big arena, and it's Fallon Sherrock, you might have heard of her, up against Kyle McKinstry. Fallon looking to make a few more headlines on the big stage. Dan spoke to her a little bit earlier.
Fallon wearing the Riley's qualifier shirt. You quite like that. The qualifying itself was one heck of a day for you though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a very long day. Obviously, I had to wait 10 hours for my first game, and then I had to play some really high quality darts all for the rest of the day. So yeah, it was a very tough qualifier, and I'm really happy just to qualify and be here.
Another opportunity for you to be flying the flag for female dart players, and indeed yourself, in a big TV tournament after the Worlds. So that's completely changed your life the last few months, hasn't it?
Yeah, my life has been completely different. Obviously, I've had more opportunities, open up, more exhibitions, and getting recognised a lot more. So I'm very excited to go up there today and just play my normal game and just see how it goes.
When you've stepped up on stages so far, you have delivered. You delivered in the Premier League, you delivered at the World Championship. You seem to be completely suited to playing big stage darts with high pressure.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. For some reason, I just feel so comfortable up on the big stage, and I just perform really well. I mean, I don't understand why, but it's just one of them things. I just feel so comfortable playing up there, and hopefully I can put on a good performance again today.
With your recent achievements with Lisa Ashton winning a tour card and playing well on the tour, I mean, this is a boom time for women's darts, isn't it?
Yeah, what me and Lisa have done over the past couple of months is definitely put the ladies' darts on the map now, and we're just opening more opportunities.
In the main arena in Minehead, earlier on we saw Lisa Ashton losing out to Mike de Decker, the Belgian. And next here it's Fallon Sherrock looking to become the first woman to win a match here in Minehead in this tournament and make it through to the second round. She's up against Northern Ireland's Kyle McKinstry. He's here thanks to Challenge Tour performances. Over to John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action that comes to you live on ITV Sport from Butlins, Minehead. It's the Ladbrokes UK Open, where it's time now to meet our players. The village man, Carl McKinstry, and the Queen of the Palace, Helen Sherrock.
It's so unusual not to see Fallon in her trademark pink shirt, but of course she is here as a Riley's qualifier. That's why she's donning the Riley's red shirt. Now, in the commentary box for this match, it is Chris Mason and Stuart Pike.
Thank Jackie. Will the Fallon fairy tale continue on the opening day here of the UK Open? She has, well, turned women's darts on its head in the last few months for sure, after her fantastic performances at the World Championship and then at the Premier League and qualifying here. And difficult task it will be for Kyle McKinstry, 33-year-old from Dungannon in Northern Ireland. How will he deal with the pressure? How will he cope with the pressure from not just playing Fallon, but the crowd and the occasion on the main stage?
Well, his time playing in under the BDO banner, won the England Open and Hull Masters, a couple of times the Northern Ireland Open champion.
42.
But he went to Q School this year, and I think he two times rounds of 128 and then out twice in the round of 256. So really disappointing 60. Because he's a real high quality player.
It's a tough old school though, isn't it?
Oh.
Q School. I mean, Fallon gave it a go, and
well, look how good Glenn Durrant's gone on to do.
Absolutely.
He got him by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah. But for mismatched darts, Durrant probably wouldn't be here doing what he's doing.
Matty Dennant, wasn't
100.
But yeah, the Fallon fairy tale, and what a story it's been. What a story. From qualifying for the Ali Pali to beating Ted Everts, to beating Metsios Sulovic, to being ahead. Coming mighty close to beating Chris Dobie
60.
At the Ali Pali. Brilliant performance. People will say she probably should have beaten Glenn Durrant in the Premier League in Nottingham. To qualify
140.
here, a great achievement. But McKinstry certainly has the game.
He's top of the Premier League, isn't he, Glenn Durrant?
He is.
Not that he mentions it at all on social media. But
124.
The McKinstry favourite.
Yep, relatively comfortable opening leg. Down to a 2-darter after 15
62.
darts.
Well, we require 57.
Well, that make it feel a whole lot better. There will have been butterflies, there will have been nerves, but they'll settle him down.
If you are going to play Fallon, preferably you'd like to have played her out on one of the backboards, but the crowd in here is still relatively quiet, so he will be given 57. Every chance.
Noticeably filled up though, hasn't it?
Yes.
People wanted to come and What's Fallon playing?
34.
And McKinstry qualifying through the Challenge Tour. Won an event on the Challenge Tour last year, reached a final. Fallon won 6 matches already to get to this stage on that 14-hour day at Riley's Wolverhampton. A field of over 200, managed to qualify brilliantly, beating Stuart White 5-1 in the final. And do you know, it just goes to show what the massive appeal is of this tournament, the UK Open. 2,440 players entered the Riley qualifiers this year. It should have been 2,441. But Chris Mason bottled it in 2020. Hopefully we'll see him give it a go next year, Christopher.
Wasn't quite a bottle job, it was more a broken foot, but...
Well, our colleague Ned Bolting has already come out and said that I think
the gauntlet's been thrown down.
Yeah, ITV Sport are going to enter you for every Riley's qualifier next year. Needs the ball!
37.
Chance here
98.
for McKinstry to get the break. Double 12.
Double 12.
86.
And his chance.
Fallon, you require
Now
31.
Fallon to level. The crowd behind him.
17.
Unlucky.
While you required 12.
I had the chance.
Won't
get another one.
Carl McKinstry.
Carl McKinstry doubling his lead, but
The legal to throw first.
you just feel there that Fallon really had to win on her own throw in the opening leg, but advantage McKinstry.
48.
Yes, only a race to 6. Nowadays, the levels that these guys play at,
140.
that's quite a short race.
The winner, by the way, will play another Riley's qualifier, Jason Heaver.
He played lovely in his first game. I think he won 6-0, didn't he?
6-0 winner. Spain's Jesus Noguera.
40.
Could have done without this, Fallon.
McKinstry, a very famous name in Northern Ireland for a rally driver. I don't know if they're related. Kenny McKinstry, a very famous driver from in and around the Belfast area, I do believe.
140.
At the moment, that second leg you feel is going to prove very, very important in this game. But fair play here to McKinstry because he's held it all together.
59.
And he's hit the big shots when he needed to, and he's capitalised on the mistakes from Fallon Sherrock as well.
140.
3 legs in,
I require 74.
and he's averaging 95. Fallon just under 90. Quality game. Tops for 3-0. No mistake.
That's a body blow for Fallon Sherrock. 3 out of 4 on the doubles now. Kyle McKinstry.
Game on.
Yeah, back-to-back 140s there from Sherrock to leave 41, but that was brilliant from McKinstry, you have to say.
140.
Fourth 140 of the match. McKinstry on 3.
60.
Yeah, it's a fabulous tournament, this one, because you've got that multi-board room. It just feels
59.
like really old school. Back in the day, you see all the pros, Michael Smith wandering around up there and following their friends in the sport, of course, who are playing today.
Michael Smith.
It's just great for the fans as well, because they get right up close with the players.
Like to Van Gerwen and Aspinall and Anderson and Peter Wright all coming into the draw
50.
later on, and the draw for that 4th round, by the way, Keith Deller and Chris Mason on the main stage as soon as the afternoon proceedings have finished.
Always increases my popularity, that.
Yeah, Michael Smith, what a fantastic performance. He's beaten Van Gerwen twice in the space of 5 days.
100.
Well, Michael's got to be one of his leanest spells. Not won a tournament since the 24th of November last year.
Easy.
I think that was a genuine bounce out. Oh, in and out. 72 left for Fallon. Oh, that's a great setup. Leaves double 18.
Well, should get a first leg on the board here,
Yep.
Fallon.
94. Fallon, you recall 36.
Just in case, picks off that treble 18.
Well done. 3-1 it is. Keeps her in it. She's got a.
She's got a breakthrow.
Well, she's got a breakthrough twice.
Yeah.
86.
Reached the lakeside quarter-final.
Yes.
Carl McKinstry.
Yep.
96. $100.
Steady if unspectacular in McKinstry, but decent player, as you said. Promised a lot.
He lost to the
his
eventual
earlier
winner,
years,
didn't he?
yeah.
That 2019 in the BDO World. He lost to Glenn Durrant, who went on to beat Scott Waits, who we've just seen win in the final. 7-3. Christoph Kachuk, who went out early this morning.
65.
Somehow going to find a way to break through here. You feel Fallon Sherrock.
Hasn't got to go for this, but 88 left.
99.
No finish for Fallon, of course, on 184.
I mean, to be fair to McKinstry, he's been very, very strong on his own throw.
Yep, solid.
100.
His average has dipped.
Kyle, you require 68.
Just over 90 now. 16 for double. For 4-1. Finishing's outstanding.
Basically, the best way to describe this is McKinstry is doing to Fallon what Fallon did to Evitts and Sulovic and Dobie for a while at the World Championship, because her finishing was fantastic at the Ali Pali. And McKinstry,
81.
4 out of 5. Every time that Fallon has got close to give herself a shot to break the throw, that chance is snuffed out pretty quickly by the Northern Irishman.
91.
I was chatting to Chris Dobie this morning. Went off to Vegas to watch Tyson Fury.
140.
There's a wonderful documentary on ITV4 at the moment. Well, I think it's actually on the main ITV channel. It followed him prior to the fight and then during and after. It's fascinating insight.
I saw the last half hour last night on ITV.
96.
Fallon in control in this 6th leg.
Well, apart from fluffing her line, she hasn't been too bad on her own throw. There's only that one leg, wasn't there?
Leg 2, missed 2 darts at double 14, and
that's
the
the
game
solitary
could change
ring.
that quickly, Chris, as you say, in a race to 6.
98.
Very, very solid leg here. 86 after 12.
But there's little doubt that Fallon and Lisa Ashton, that Fallon, after what she achieved at the Ali Pali, has completely changed the face of women's darts. Double 16, double 8 for 4-2.
78.
2 more missed doubles. McKinstry. Yep, he's going to get a dart at it. And he hasn't missed much. And he hasn't missed here. 112. 5 out of 6. His finishing has been superb. Absolutely superb.
5 out of 6.
5 out of 6. I mean, certainly in a race to 6, that wins you most matches.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever happens here,
60.
We'll see Fallon on ITV Sport in the World Series later in the year in New York and Copenhagen, Australia and New Zealand, and she's earned the chance, she's earned the right. You know, but the amount of young girls who now want to take up the sport, want to play, and want a pink dart shirt. You know, it just the publicity that she generated for the sport for that 2 weeks in December. You know, priceless.
Yeah. Well, I noticed the difference in the last coaching days I did at Riley's. You know, we had
100.
several women turn up for it. It was just incredible.
The young girls look at Fallon and they want to be Fallon, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having sporting heroes as
darts
young
is darts.
boys and
It shouldn't
girls.
be. You know, it should be open to anybody that wants to play.
But Carl McKinstry coming here and doing a job. I'm sure he would have been nervous all morning.
Oh, yes.
Human nature.
Yep.
But 5 out of 6 on the finishing. Those first 2 legs and all the nerves would have disappeared very quickly.
Well, Lisa averaged a very respectable 84. Fallon's approaching 90. It's a good performance. He's just met a very hot McKinstry.
99.
Well, that sums it up. McKinstry 5 out of 6 on the doubles. Fallon 1 out of 8.
Yeah,
and I think
that's where it's been lost.
Yeah. And it was, as we mentioned, it was her finishing that won her at the Ali Pali. And it's McKinstry's finishing which wins the match here for the Northern Irishman. Gets a big round of applause, a standing ovation, Carol McKinstry. A quite stunning finishing, 6 out of 7. And Fallon Sherrock beaten 6-1. You've got to say, fair play, Carl McKinstry. That was sensational. We'll see a lot more of Fallon Sherrock during 2020 on ITV Sport. And we're going to see some more of Carl McKinstry on the main stage a little later this afternoon. He wins 6-1.